Hello, I'm Greg Mathis, and I'm the professor of evangelism here at Fruitland. I've actually taught here at Fruitland for 35 years. For about 30 of those years, I've taught evangelism. I'm also pastor at Mud Creek Baptist Church, where I've been there for 35 years. And also we have a Clear Word broadcast television ministry. If you want to know more about me, my resume is listed online. But I want to thank you for being one of our students this quarter at Fruitland Baptist College and tuning in and being a part of our online classes. And what you're going to be studying this quarter is Evangelism 101. And what I'm going to be doing is teaching the basic principles of personal evangelism. Now, every teacher here at Fruitland thinks their class is the most important. But I do really believe that this is one of the most important classes that you'll ever take. And the reason for that is because no matter what area of ministry or what area of vocation that you might go into, you need to be a personal witness for the Lord Jesus Christ. So whether you're going to be a minister or a missionary or a counselor or some kind of a professor or just someone that wants to live a good, solid Christian life, you need to be a personal soul winner. I think most Christians know that. I think the problem comes in with the fact that a lot of Christians simply don't know how. And I have to confess to you that for many years, when I was in school, I was told that you ought to witness, and I knew that you ought to witness. And even as I began my ministry, I preached that Christians should witness and be a witness. I certainly believe in the Great Commission of Jesus Christ. But nobody ever showed me how to do it. So therefore, I didn't know how to show our church congregation how to do it. And I set out to change that. And so I've now been here at Mud Creek Baptist Church for about 35 years. And I have tried to personally teach people how to be a soul winner. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be going through step by step how you can share your faith in the Lord Jesus Christ with other people. And we'll take this slowly week by week, and I promise you if you'll stick with it, that you'll learn how to do it. Now let me say that taking this class is a lot like taking a foreign language class. You can't wait to the end to cram. You've got to get it a little by little, week by week. So I want to be sure that you do that. Here are the resources that we're going to use in our class this quarter. First of all, we're going to use a book by Dr. D. James Kennedy called Evangelism Explosion. I actually went down to Dr. Kennedy's church about 30 years ago in Coral Ridge, Florida, a Coral Ridge Presbyterian church. And he just was one of the greatest soul winners. He's in heaven now, but he's one of the greatest soul winners I ever met. Dr. Billy Graham has used his Evangelism Explosion in his school of evangelism for years and years. And so it's just a great way to share your faith. There's many other good programs around. A lot of those programs are actually spin-offs of Evangelism Explosion. But for this quarter, you'll need the Evangelism Explosion book by Dr. D. James Kennedy, and we'll be going through that. As a part of that book, and in that book, is what's known as a basic outline. And this becomes the foundation of what we're going to use to study evangelism in here. And you will need to begin to commit that to memory so that you'll be able to have that foundation to work off of. After just a few weeks, we will actually transfer into an extended outline. And the only difference in the extended outline and the basic outline is that in the extended outline, we add some verses of scriptures and some illustrations. But don't get too far ahead of me. You need to first learn the basic outline first. So that's what we're going to be working with in the first few classes that we have together this quarter. And then a fourth resource that you will have is a book that I wrote several years ago called The Ultimate Life. I wrote this book mainly to young people, and I talk about the 3 decisions in life that's going to greatly change your life for the good and the better or for the worse. And I just happen to believe that life comes down to 3 decisions. If you can tell me what you're going to do with Jesus, if you can tell me who you're going to marry, and if you can tell me whether or not you're going to be a giver in life, or a giver or a taker in life, I can tell you whether or not you're going to be happy. And so I want to show you how to use evangelism in writing, but I want you to read this book. And actually, as a part of your requirements, you will have to write a term paper, a research paper on this little book that'll be due to me at the end of the quarter. And so again, just to review, you will have the Evangelism Explosion book, Dr. D. James Kennedy. We'll use out of that book the basic outline, these first few classes. We will transfer into an extended outline that I'll help you make that transfer about mid-quarter. And then immediately you need to begin to read the book, The Ultimate Life, that I wrote, so that you can begin to write a term paper that'll be due the last week at the end of the quarter.